Hi everyone. So last time we created this area 2D gem 2 and we added it to our area 2D. I'm sorry, we added it to our node 2D, which is our main game node. And that allowed us to, when we play the game, we could actually see it somewhere. We add a little bit of a light effect around it, which is optional. But this time, what we want to start doing is add some animation. So on the Area 2D, let's go ahead and select Area 2D and select this script and attach a script to it. And we'll create this script. And this process is not going to be used. We're going to use the function ready. And so what we want to do with the function ready is we want to play the animated sprite. So if I grab this, I can actually do this. I can actually do animated sprite 2D. Now if I look at my animated sprite down here, do I gotta go to 2D to see that? Okay, so looks like I have to go to 2D view to see that. But if I click on this, you can see how I added all these sprite frames, and if I've hit play, it animates, right? We want to make that happen. So the name of this one is default. You can see it right there. So because I named it default, the way for me to then go back to my script view, the way for me to play this is do a dot play, and then inside it knows the one that is default. So I hit tab, that auto completes. So now that is going to play whenever I start up. So now if I go back to, and since this is not going to play on an action, this is just always going to be sparkling and kind of spinning around. So now if I hit, that should just work like that. So if I hit play, you can kind of see this is now hopping up and down a little bit. The sparkles are, yeah, it's hard to see the sparkles here or here because of the light effect. If I wanted to make it so I could see it better, I could change the light to a different color or get rid of it or make it dark on the inside, lighting, I don't know. But there's ways to make it prettier, but right now it's functioning, right? So now we see that this function ready. And now if I go back to my area 2D gem I made before, so this is my previous one. I have this function on body entered, and this is going to be important for being able to interact with it. Now, in order to get that, this is a built-in function. This is not technically a built-in function to area 2D. The way to get this function is a little bit more interesting. So if I go over here to node, so I'm back on area 2D gem, and this is referencing gem 2. And let me go ahead and make sure I actually go to 2D and go to area 2D up here so that I am actually looking at the area 2D at the top. So now if I go over here to inspector, see how it says area 2D there, whereas before it said animated sprite. So now I'm on area 2D and I hit node, and there is this body entered, if you can see it, body node 2D. This is the one you want to do. So if you right click on this, you have this option for connect. And if I do connect, then I want to say, I want to connect to script. Yep. And I want to hit connect. And now send the signal node to edit its signals in groups. So we're going to select area 2D. So now we're going to, right now, at this point, we're just going to do that because that's just the simple way of doing it. I think in the future, we would want to have like a game manager that is navigating that. But for now, we're going to just do it right here. And, oh, actually, if I clicked on area 2D, it auto-created this. No, that is where I wanted it then. Yeah, so when I clicked on that, see how we had just the ready with animated sprite. Now we've got an on-body enter that already was created for us whenever I did that. So now, instead of pass, I'm going to reference this because I still don't remember everything. So I'm going to say if body is character 2D. So body is what's being passed into this function. So if I say if, and then, actually, you know, I'm just going to copy and paste this over and then we'll talk through it. So I'm going to grab this code right here and okay. So if body is character body 2D, what this means is that our player, if you look at our player, is a character body 2D. And so it's saying that if this is a way of saying that this is our player. Now the thing is that an NPC could also be a character body 2D, depending on how you designed it. So this could potentially be interacted with, but with the way I've written it here, it could be interacted with either players or anything that you would create that has an animated body or character body 2D, not an animated, but a character body 2D. So you may want to change this to be more specific. There's other ways you can do an if statement around things. You look for the name or of the character body 2D or things like that. But right now we're saying if the body is of type character body 2D, which means any instance of that, then there's something called a tween. Create tween is a built-in function, and it basically handles animations. And so we do this tween.tween property, and we reference self. We put ourself in there, and then position, and position plus vector 2, and this is 0 and -20. What this does right here, and then a point 2. What this does is this right here is going to take the position it is, and it's going to move it straight up by -20, I think, pixels, and or -20 points on the vector diagram, whatever, however that Godot renders XY coordinates, and then we're going to, the next line takes this modulate, and this makes it so that it fades out, and then so modulate is basically dealing with the opacity of an item, and then tween callback self.queue_free basically says that we're going to delete this from the area. So if I go over here and I so now I've added this. So if I save this, now if I hit play, now if I go over here, that one just moved up and disappeared, just like this one did. So that's how you do it. That's the basics of how to make an object disappear. Now, eventually what you really want to do in the game is you want to make this so that it tracks that and it counts it to your character. And for that, we would need a game manager, and that's a little bit more effort. But this is the first step of how to animate and how to make an object that you can interact with that disappears. All right, thanks, and have a good day.